Hello everyone and welcome to episode 6 of Tea with Teddy. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we're going to talk about, does size really matter? Alright, now I know what you all are thinking. I'm sitting here, fabulously dressed, openly bisexual man, so I must be talking about penis size. Well no, we're going to talk about all different shapes and sizes of everything. Don't get me wrong, we will be talking about penises. So if you are a bit squeamish, you may want to leave the room now, but we both know that you won't. Right? So though most of you who watch my show haven't actually met me, when I stand up I'm about 6'5". You know, my friends know how tall I am. And I weigh about 198, 200 pounds, depending on what I've eaten that week. So, you know, I hate to say it, but I'm pretty sexy. How do I get this way? Well, I eat right. I exercise. And I avoid the sun at all costs, but when I do go out, I make sure I put on a lot of sunscreen so my face is protected and it stays nice and tight. Black don't crack. The first size we're going to talk about is body size. Now those of you who have met my ex-boyfriends know that I tend to date boys who are very slender. Fine, Kathy, they're anorexic, I know. But what most people don't know is I prefer men who are bigger than me. But by bigger, I mean muscular. The more muscles, the better. Bigger is always better. I love muscles. Okay, I said it. Okay, that's why I go to the gym so much. I get to stare at all these muscles. We all love muscles, and so do you. I don't get you people. Oh no, he's too muscly. I don't like bullshit. I'm not even going to give you a bitch please. I'm going to give you a bullshit. We all love muscles. For instance, Dwayne Johnson. He will always be The Rock to me. Look at the size of that man. He's gorgeous. He can lay the smack down on my candy ass anytime he pleases. He can do whatever he wants to my ass. Slap it, flip it, rub it down. I don't care. Put your car keys in it, please. I actually have friends who prefer men who are a bit on the chunky side. Yes, they actively seek boys who are heavy. I'm sorry, no offense to heavier boys, but I just can't do it. How are we gonna have sex? I'm big, you're big, you looking for my shit, I'm looking for your shit. It's too much. When it comes to women, I actually prefer a curvier physique. Yes, I don't mind if a woman has a few extra pounds because real women have curves. And don't you let the media tell you otherwise. I'm so sick of these Hollywood starlets getting thinner and thinner and thinner and their head looks like a bobblehead and you can see their ribs poking. Oh, that's disgusting. No. Put a few pounds on a girl, she looks great. I'm sorry. And Jennifer Hudson, you've lost way too much weight. Ladies, real women have curves. And always remember that. Just don't get crazy. No, because some people are getting crazy. There's a difference between curvy, sexy, and sloppy. Okay, ladies? And for you bigger women, I want you to stop thinking that just because you're bigger, you don't have to try. No, you can be sexy and heavyset. It's called chunky but funky, and there are plenty of celebrities who do it. Sexy. Sloppy. Curvy. Crazy. What has happened to Christina Aguilera? She looks terrible. Talking about moves like Jagger. Moves like she hungry. Next I would like to talk about butts. I love a nice ass. I do. A boy with a nice ass has my full and undivided attention. And I'm sorry, boys, I'm just going to come out and say it. I look at your ass. Straight boys, gay boys, I don't care. I'm going to let you in on a well-kept secret. I used to be a cheerleader. I know, big surprise, right? Shout out to Cheer New York. And I used to have a cheer friend named Manny. Do you know how many girls I almost dropped because I was checking out Manny's ass? And they talking about J-Lo's ass. No, they need to get on Manny's ass. That boy had ass for days. Shout out to Manny. Actually, shout out to Manny's ass. So I'm going to admit something to you. I have dated boys just because of their asses. I know it's not my finest moment. For instance, my ex-boyfriend Tyler. He had a gorgeous smile, a gorgeous ass, and that's it. He had no other redeeming qualities but his ass. Why else would I stay with him for a year? Who doesn't know who Goldie Hawn is? Don't they have TVs in the trailer park back in Michigan? Never trust a big button to smile. That girl was poison. So earlier I mentioned Christina Aguilera, and she's a very big singer in more ways than one. But do you know who's a bigger singer than Christina Aguilera? Aretha Franklin. Oh my god, Aretha Franklin is voice and titties. I mean, how big are her breasts going to get? Which brings me to my next subject, breast. And you know, this is Super Bowl weekend. Do you remember Super Bowl back then when Janet Jackson pulled out her little flabby breasts and she shut down the Super Bowl? Could you imagine if Aretha had pulled out one of her oh my god. She would have shut down life. No, titties should be big, but not too big. But anything is better than an A cup. I'm sorry, ladies. I'm not down with the itty-bitty titty committee. No, you have no reason. There are wonder bras, push-up bras, falsies. I don't care. Put newspaper in there if you have to. There is nothing worse than a flat-chested woman. I guess if a woman's breasts are too damn big, shout out to Wendy Williams. How you doing? Finally, we come to penis size. I told you we were going to talk about it, and here we are. Although, darling, you're a bit young to talk about penises, so I'm going to ask you to leave, okay? And cover your ears. Good. Gentlemen, penis size. We have to talk about it. I'll put it this way. Some penises are better than others. I'm sorry, I like a big penis, and I shouldn't be penalized for saying that. Here's the thing. I'm not saying it has to be bigger than mine. Good luck with that. But if I'm going down on you, you should at least have something to go down on. I mean, look at my lips. Look how big they are. If you have a small dick, it's going to look like popping a Tic Tac in my mouth. It's not going to work. Nope, can't do it. And I'm not going to say I only date men with bigger penises. I've had 2 boyfriends with penises bigger than mine. Shout out to Mario, shout out to Bobby. But let me tell you, after 10.5 inches, that is a tough act to follow. All I'm asking for is not to have a ridiculously small penis. Because there's nothing worse than a guy with a beautiful face, a muscular body, and he takes his pants off, and this is what you see. I can only put it to you this way. If you're going to go to Subways, you would much rather a footlong, wouldn't you? But gentlemen, I don't want you to think that if you have a small penis, I will not date you. I will date you. But if you have a small penis, you just have to have other attributes. Like cab fare, because you're not spending the night at my house. See you next time.